Hi, I'm Kathy Schmidt. I'm a master gardener, and I'm going to talk about succulents, plants that are water-wise and wonderful. Succulent history goes back 5 to 10 million years ago when there was a severe drought on Earth and most of the plants we know died. There was not carbon dioxide in the air for plant exchange, and then when the temperatures cooled, then over several million years we had marked diversification of succulents. The definition of succulents are plants that store water, need sunlight, but live in very dry climates. They have very shallow root systems, store water either in the leaves or in the stems or in the roots. The geography shows them again to be North and South America, particularly cactus, poinsettia-like plants in the Americas. South Africa had lots of succulents. There are actually succulents in the alpine areas of Europe where it's cold but very, very dry, very little rainfall, and they grow in rock crevices. And then in the Arabian Peninsula there were also succulents. This is a Delospermia, or ice plant, and this actually comes from South Africa. This is a jade plant. In the history of jade plants, these were considered weeds in California. Succulents, I think, became very popular in the United States because of California. This was such a easy-growing plant in California that in the 70s, new housing developments banned succulents from being planted. They were considered trash plants. In 1990, architecture changed to much more angular buildings, and succulents again started to have a place in California. In 2005, environmentalists started using the phrase "be water-wise," but it wasn't until 2011, when there was a severe drought in California, that people realized they needed to have less lawn, more rocks, and more succulent-type plants. It's interesting that in 2015, 5 of 6 million new plant hobbyists were millennials, so it's the young people who are driving succulents. And it's gone from a $40 to an $80 million business in the United States alone over the last 3 years. One of the important things about succulents is when to water, and less is better. In the summertime, if these are outside, generally 1 time a week is all the watering they need. In the wintertime, if you bring many of them indoors, once every 2 to 4 weeks. And my problem is that I like to water, so I have problems with my succulents, sometimes getting waterlogged and root rot. Most succulents like full sun, but because we have such high humidity, sometimes it's better in Kentucky to have morning sun, not full day sun. And planting again is an experiment. I get lots of my succulents when I travel. I like to go to botanic gardens, and in their garden shops they usually have a few succulents. These plants came from Columbus, Ohio, and they had a succulent show, but this is called Buddha's Temple, and these are called pickled plants, and they're just fun to have.